Hello everyone. In this session we are going to see about two access modifiers, that is default and protected. In the previous session we have discussed about public and private access modifiers. If you haven't gone through that, you can click on the right top link that is shown here. And coming to default and protected, as I said, you public and private are most important access modifiers that you need to learn. Apart from that, default and protected are also important but not widely used when you are doing an automation. But let's see some few examples about default and protected. Okay, let me show you what is the difference between this default and protected. Let me bring up, yeah. So default, so you do not assume that you will be for private you will be declaring as a private as a keyword, and for public you will have a public as a keyword. But for default, there is no keyword. If you do not declare any access modifier, that is obviously by default is considered as a default access modifier. Okay. And the second point is accessible within a package. It can be accessed within a package, and it can be accessed within a class, and it cannot be accessed from outside the package. That's the major differences in between public, private, and a default. Okay, let's see one example and how it works for a default. Okay, let me switch back to Eclipse. Let me create one package here. New package. It's a bit slow. Okay, I'll call it as my pack underscore one. Okay, let me create a class here. I'll call it as new class. I'll call it as class A. It's a bit slow. One second. Okay, I have created a class A. Now I'm going to create a small method here, void display. I'm not declaring any access variable for this. Okay, generally we will declare as public. Now I will remove this public. Okay, so let me print a small text here. This is this is a method with no access modifier. Okay, done. Now I'm going to create one more package, new package, my pack underscore 2. Okay, I'm going to create one more class here. Let me create a class and I'll call it as class B. Okay, obviously as I said you have to import your package, or let's create an object, then it will show us to import the package, then we will do it. Okay, in this class I'm going to create a main method. So I'm going to create a object A, instance for object instance for class A. I'll call it as class A obj is equal to new class A. Okay, and let me import that. Have imported. Okay. Now let me try to access the method which is in class A. What is the method that I have? Display, and it don't have any access modifiers. It's just a default one. So now let me see obj dot. See, are you able to see display? No, because since it's an access modifier type or as a default, you are not able to access it. Okay, let me anyway forcibly call it, and let's see what happens. Obviously you will see it will you cannot try to even if you try to access it, you cannot access it, and it throws an error. See, you can see the error. The method display is undefined for the type class A. Okay, unresolved compilation problem. So it's saying this is not accessible. That means this is not accessible. Okay, that is an example of default, right? So I'll paste the code in the description. You can just copy paste and follow the same thing that we did here for my pack 1, my pack 2, because if you create your own package you need to change these package names. Now switching back to protected, see the basically protected which we have seen in earlier session. Let me go to this table. You can see within a class it's accessible, within a class it's accessible, within a package it's accessible, outside the package as well, but you have to inherit that. We will come to that, what is inheritance and how we inherit. And outside the package without inheritance, no, not possible. Now see, there are four things which you need to remember while using access modifier protected. It's accessible within package, it's accessible outside package, but through inheritance only. Without inheritance you cannot access it. And one more important point is can be applied for data members, methods, and constructors. Data members are nothing but variables like integer variables, string variables, and all those. Method you already seen, constructor will come to that part. Cannot be applied on the class. That means you can see here, for example, we are declaring class as public, okay, and we can declare as private, or we can just leave as it is blank, which will consider as default, but you cannot declare as protected. Okay, you can see here the error, it's coming with an error. Illegal modifier for the class A, only public, abstract, and final are permitted. We will come to abstract and final in later part, but now we are discussing about access modifiers. So what access modifiers are allowed? Only public and private, or default in the sense no keyword. Again remember that, just if you declare class A, that means class A is a default. Now let's take one more example with for protected. Let me create one package. I'll call it as protected pack underscore one. Okay, let me create a class. I'll call it as again class A. Okay, let me create a same method here, void display. This time I'm declaring it as public, and now I'll declare this method as protected. Okay, void display, and I'm going to print something here. This is a method with protected access modifier. Okay, done. Now I'm going to create one more package with one class inside that package, and I'll try to access this package. I'll try to access this class and this method. Okay, so let me go ahead and create one more package. I'll call it as protected pack underscore 2. So I'm going to create one more class here. I'll call it as class B. Now I'm going to create, see, now I'm going to tweak this class a little bit. As I said you here, accessible outside a package, but the condition, but through inheritance only. Now what we will do is, I will call it as class B, okay, extends A, okay. So sorry, class A, right? So class A. So it gives me an error. When you see this error, you can import the package, this protected pack underscore one. Now let me create a main method here as usually, public static void main. Okay. Now let me create an object for class B. Okay. Class B obj is equal to new class B. Okay. Now we don't have a method in class B. Do you have any method? No, we did not declare any method in class B. But you have a method in class A which is protected, and that method name is display, void display. Now, in generally, if, as we have seen in previous examples, you cannot access those. But here, since we have used extends class A, you can access that method or data members. So let me see object dot obj dot. Can you see display? Yes. And can you see class A? You can see this display belongs to class A. And you can see the description here. Clone, protected object clone, creates and returns a copy of this object. This precise meaning of copy may depend on the class. You can see some descriptions as well if you are interested. So that's how this works. Okay. Now if I run this, let me run this. See, you can see a message. This is a method which with protected access modifiers. We are accessing the method which is out of. This is a different package. This is a different package, but still you are able to access that method because we have applied an inheritance concept here. This class B is extending a class B. This class B extends class A. That's the only main condition here that you need to remember for protected. Okay, this will be one interview question. They will ask you, can you access data members methods which is declared as protected in other packages? Your answer should be yes, but the condition should be you should inherit the class using inheritance. Now let me show you one more thing. I'll be deleting this or I'll be commenting this extends here. See, as soon as I comment this, it does not allow. It gives, let me run this now. See, you can see an error message, unresolved compilation problem. The method display is undefined for type class B. Okay, so if without inheriting or without extending a other class which we are trying to access, you cannot access that variable. Okay, remember that thing. So that is the main difference between default and protected in this session. So the key takeaway in this session is you have to remember two things. One thing is, for default you do not have a keyword as default, but if you do not mention any access modifier, that itself will be considered as a default. And second thing is, for protected you need to remember 2 points. It cannot be applied to a class. That is first point. Second point, if you want to access methods or data members related to a class outside a package, you have to declare as extends. You have to extend the class, and using inheritance concept only you can able to access that. So that is the main things you have to remember in this session, and also this will help you an interview point of view as well. Definitely OOPS concepts and these concepts are most important as a base for you to be strong. Okay, so that's all for now. In the next session, we will see a few more concepts in Java. Like till now, we have discussed about access modifiers. With this video, we have completed what is access modifiers. their scope, and public and private, and default and protected. As I said to you in previous class, we have previous session, we have two types of access modifiers. One is two type of modifiers. One is access modifiers, another one is non-access modifiers. We will be discussing what is this non-access modifiers in the next upcoming session. Okay, if you have any questions, you can put it out in comments. You can send your feedback, and you can share this video to others who are trying to learn. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.